Live from the bed of Ghost Dog. Give me a minute and I don't even know if anybody's even gonna be on here. Give me a second. I gotta load up some other information real quick. that? I'm I'm okay. Just trying to raise some money. We're a little short. We're going to be about a week short for food funds. And then mostly we're trying to get the car running. So anything you can help with the car. And being so cold, we just haven't, nobody's able to go out there to fix it. So anything that we can raise, we can actually take it to the garage. The garage will fix it for us, except that it's going to cost. But we need to get that car running like no one's business. And let's see who the heck's on here. Oh, Miss Skinner. Okay. So yeah, that's what I'm on here for. Making a plea to see if I get it. I seriously doubt anybody's going to help out. I'm surprised anybody's on here as it is. I don't do TikTok, so I mean I don't do lives on TikTok. I am on TikTok. I just don't do lives on TikTok. I need to clean this. Yeah, we ain't getting snow that I know of, but we definitely are getting the cold temperature. We're talking starting tomorrow, I guess, until Saturday, Sunday. It's gonna get down to, they're saying with wind chill, down to minus 40, uh, 40 degrees. So we kind of want to get stocked up so we can ride out, because I guess all next week it's going to be in the minus. I got Roxy sleeping under the blankets with me right now. She likes coming up here and stay warm. No, it's not. I'll tell you that right now. But then again, you see the fan in the back. I always had that on. If it gets too cold and if the wind is blowing south, then I'll actually take the fan out. I've had to do it a couple times this winter so far. And the wind is blowing south right now, but it's not really doing too much. Blowing south, so. But yeah, as for the title, car is running, but, well, here's the but. The car is running. The car is absolutely running. We could go out there, we could fire it right up, no problem. The problem is we got a major fuel leak, and it needs to get fixed. We can't run the car. We can't put gas in it, because it'll leak right back out. And it really sucks because we sat a year to get that car fixed and running. Well, we got it running. We ran it for about a week or two, and then, like I said, it developed a major fuel leak, and now it's so bad that you start the car up and it just pours out. We had 3/4 of a tank of gas, and in less than an hour it was gone. Uh, it just really, really sucks. And the thing is, it's a simple fix, but I can't do it. I simply can't do it. One, I can't see. I just can't see. If I could see, I probably could fix it. But the second thing that makes it, it's extremely cold out there. My fingertips with gloves would freeze within minutes. So, like I said, we got a garage that will fix it. We've already talked to them. They said they will fix it, but it's going to cost, you know, and we simply don't have the funds. I mean, we are barely scraping by as it is. I mean, it's a miracle that we still have a roof over our heads. It's just really, really is mind-boggling how we're still here and still alive and not on the streets ourselves. But like I said, if we could raise a few bucks, you know, I'm thinking it's going to cost about $100, $200 to get it fixed. So if anybody could send anything, Cash App, PayPal. I do have Venmo, but I got to find the link for it. I don't have the link for it right now. I'm just so tired. I'm waiting on SSI to respond back to me. Yeah, well, the thing is, honestly, we don't even know where the leak is because we can't. It's so cold out there. We haven't been able to lift the car up to find the freaking leak. We know the general area, and I'm 99.9% sure it is a fuel line because the only time it really leaks is when the fuel pump is running. And when the fuel pump's shut off, when the car's off, it stops leaking. So it's definitely not a fuel tank, it's a fuel line. And like I said, if we could find out where the hole's at, we have tubing, fuel line tubing, OEM tubing, fuel line tubing, that it wouldn't be that hard to fix. It's the weather and going out there and trying to find it exactly. I mean, I got 30 feet of fuel line tubing in the garage. It's all stretched out and everything else. I got a tube bender, so I know what's going on with that. You know, I can do that. It's just, like I said, you know, we got to, what the hell is this? Come on. I just gotta open this up so I can read people's comments. It's like I said, I've already repaired it twice in the past when we first got the car. Got it running. Yeah, so well, right now I'm more concerned just surviving the whole week. We could raise $100. I'd be so freaking happy. But like I said, I highly doubt. Do I have this up here? No. Well, what did I do? What did I just do? Is my pay links pinned to the top? Can anybody see that? Not surprising I even decided to go live, to be honest. Well, my beard is looking weird. Kind of split right in the center here. Got one going over here, and I got one going over here. What the heck? It's got its own legs. Yeah, but like I said, this is just an attempt to try to raise some funds. It's just I'm tired. I'm tired of the car not running. I mean, it's running, and that's what hurts the most. We literally can go out there and the car will fire up. The car is running, and it does move, and everything else. That ain't the problem. The problem is we got to repair the fuel line, and that's what hurts. If I if I wasn't so damn blind and in better health, I could probably do it within 15, 20 minutes, 30 at the most. The one good thing about the HHR fuel line, it's pretty much all exposed, so it isn't like you have to take a whole bunch of stuff apart, and panels apart just to get to the fuel line. It's all right there. I mean, you literally can stick your hand under the car and you can feel the fuel lines. There's nothing protecting them, which is really strange, and I can't even figure out why they would even design something like that. But they did, and they've got tens of thousands of HHRs out there, all designed the exact same way. None of all HHRs are designed the exact same way. And if you look online, when you get a fuel leak, 90% of the fuel leaks is the exact same spot. Driver's side, back rear wheel, right in front of the wheel, right there is where it always leaks. There's nothing coating them or protecting them. Nothing. And then the sad part is, it isn't just the fuel lines that run across there. You got your brake line that runs with the fuel lines. So if you ever ran over something that was really hard and clumsy, you literally could tear out the fuel lines and the brake lines all in one shot. It's a piss poor design. I'll tell you that right now. It really is. It should be better protected, and if anything, it should be coated. If you're going to have it in the open, it should be coated with some kind of protection so you don't rust out. But I do have my pay links pinned. I got my PayPal, I got my Cash App, I got my phone right here. I'll let people know that if somebody sends anything, I'm hoping somebody does. If we can raise about $100, it'll get us through the cold section. because we do have that winter advisory, cold extreme, or they call it severe cold, down to minus 40 or better. And I saw something, and I honestly, I never knew. 58 years young, and I never knew this happened, but it does make sense. In the next few days, we have to worry about exploding trees. Yeah, you heard me right. Exploding trees. When the temperatures drop down in the negatives, especially that far down in the negatives, trees will explode because the water in there it's like water lines. Uh, they freeze and they burst. Well, trees do the same thing because they got water in it, and when that water freezes in those trees, it expands, and it's supposed to be a really violent type of explosion. That they actually got warnings out about exploding trees. Be careful being out here, when it's extremely cold and the negatives that bad for exploding trees. Try to explain that one to your health insurance. What happened to you? I was walking in the woods and the tree blew up. You guys ever heard of that? Exploding trees? So that ought to be interesting. Exploding trees. Anybody even out here? On here? Says I got 3 people watching. Let's see how cold it is out there. It ain't bad yet. It's actually a lot warmer than it has been in a few days. Yeah, severe weather. Extreme cold watch. Yep, tomorrow and Saturday. Right now it's saying tomorrow will be -7. That's straight weather. That's not wind chill. And then -2. All next week, starting Wednesday, is never going to get above double digit. Oh, this sucks. See if anybody donated yet. Nope. I got the phone right here. Praying somebody donates. Can help us out. It's what, 2:30 in the morning? normal people are not even awake. Surprising Colleen's not on playing her Fortnite or whatever that game is. Yeah, I definitely wish I was in the old days where I did a live, I had at least 30, 40 people on. God, it sucks getting sick. You lose all your loyal subscribers. It isn't that you lose them, they just don't show up anymore. Says I still got over 1,000 subscribers, but 10% of that, you figure at least 100 people would show up. I just want to hear my notifications go jing jing. And we're gonna let Colleen know, hey, we got funds coming in. Well, I heard a ding, but I guarantee it's not money. Nope, just a message. Ain't gonna do me any good if you're sending me a message. I can't buy stuff with a message. Oh crap. Talking to Devin, and he said he did get busy and he was cleaning the grill and he burnt himself with the chemicals. That ain't good. sorry. I don't want to mention who he is. He's just a really good. I call him my son. He calls me Pops. Love the kid. Oh man, somebody, anybody, help a crippled old man. Bo, 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 bo. We got 4 people watching. Hello, 4 people. Just a crippled old man trying to raise a little funds. Want to get the car fixed. Also want to raise some money for. We got to. If we could just get like a week's worth of food, we'd be all set. The problem is we have no vehicle, and nobody else can give us a ride, so it makes it hard to get to a regular store. So we end up going to what our local store, convenience store, called Quick Trip, and because of that, it is like 2-3 times more expensive for anything than it is at a regular store. So you go through funds real quick, and because of that, the last 2, 3, 4 months, because of that, we haven't been able to use our funds wisely. We want to, absolutely, we freaking want to, but because we can't, because we're kind of stuck and limited where we can go, we tend to run out the last week of the month. And it sucks because we do get enough to last us. Between Colleen and I, we get enough that should absolutely last us a whole month plus some, if we could get to a frickin' regular store. And to do that, you got to have a frickin' vehicle. And that's why I'm doing this live to basically raise funds for the vehicle, because we can't do it ourselves. So we got to take it to the garage. I mean, it's a simple fix, but it's still going to cost money. I'm sorry, I'm just getting real cranky because it's something I could fix myself if I could see. It just really pisses me off. Because I grew up around cars. I mean, no, I'm not no mechanic. I'm not no expert. I mean, I'm a YouTube mechanic. But I know how to pay attention, you know. And I don't just watch a little bit and go out and pretend I know what I'm doing. Absolutely not, you know. But I can fix it. This fix is an easy fix. But we have no neighbors that can fix it, you know, that mechanically inclined to fix it. All we got is that garage, which is actually a decent price for what he does. So that's why I said, car's running, and the thing is, the car is running. Honestly, we could go out there and it will fire right up. It is running. We could drive it. The problem is, it's got a major leak in the fuel lines, and so you can't drive it because all your gas goes right out the fuel line. Oh man. Do-do-do-do, do-do, do-do-do-do-do-do, do-do-do-do. Give me a second. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Brr, 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 brr. Do 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 do. Brr, brr, brr. Brr, 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 brr. Do, 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 do. Oh, I got 5 people on here? Hello, 5 people. Hello. Hello. Hello, 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 hello. Hello, hello, hello. 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 Hello, 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 hello. Hello. Hello, 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 hello. Hello, hello, hello. 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 Hello, 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 hello. Hello, 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 hello. Somebody's talking to me and I don't know who it is, so I got to turn on my big phone so I can actually read the comments. All right, someone said, hello, old man. Yes, there's still 4 of us watching. It's the only way I can see. Hello, darling. Well, hello, darling. Beady, 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 beady. Beady, 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 beady. Put that over that one. Put that one there. Needs to get a split. I got a split going on. Oh, McDonald's had a farm. E-I-E-I-O, wow, 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 wow. An honest farm. Doo-doo, 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 doo-doo. Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Bum, 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 bum. Can you guys see the cataract in my eyes? This is my left eye. This is my right eye. they're definitely going blindo. Colleen, we just need to get a couple bucks. Jesus. I do have my PayPal pinned up there. I got my Cash App pinned up there. If you need Venmo, I do have Venmo. I just got to figure out how to get the link to it. Who the hell sent something? I'm sorry. Someone told me to come here because you eat live bees for. Eat live bees? Hell, first of all, there ain't any bees alive. Do you know settings? Melbourne? I guess not. I like turtles. I read slow because I can't read it. Literally, I've got cataracts so bad. My left eye's gone. It's nothing but a blur. My right eye is about 90% gone. I have to have the damn thing right in my face just to see what the hell you guys are even saying. So yeah, I'm messed up. And no, I don't eat bees. I apologize, but you know what can I do? I'm just praying that somebody's out of their good heart will donate because I can't work. I can't stand. That bad is nasty. Do you see? I can't see that. You guys got to write in caps. I literally cannot see what you guys are writing. Oh, I'm not even worried about it. I'm not worried about it. Wants to be an ass. He wants to be an ass. You know, what are you going to do? Doesn't bother me none. Never has, never will. I'm not even going to waste the time. Try to even blocking them. Why the fuck would I do that? Alright, somebody sent a notification. Do. I think it's all a bed bug. God damn. Did you kill it? If you see it, kill it. Besides, it's too damn cold in here for bed bugs. too damn cold. You know what I should do? Should have thought about this years ago. If you want to come here and troll me, it's going to cost you. No, but seriously though, I am trying to raise funds because I'm just kidding. No, I'm not going to bed. No, not going to bed. Sorry. I got I gotta try to raise some funds. I'm getting tired of the car just sitting there, which works. It runs, it starts up, it moves, but we can't run it because of the freaking fuel line. If I could raise enough money to get the fuel line fixed, we could get back to work. What I do what? Actually, for that, man, you could clean. Uh, that's the old blinds. It's so old it's cracked and breaking. Every time you pull on it, it tears apart. But I'm not worried about it. I'm just praying to God that we could get something. But like I said, the car works. The car absolutely runs. We were driving it for a couple of weeks there, and then like I said, we got a fuel leak. It just started as a drip, and before we could go and figure out where the drip was coming out, it busted wide open, and it just dumps gas right out of it. So, and because it's so freaking cold, nobody could get underneath there because it's so cold up here. Your fingers will freeze within minutes, literally minutes. I don't know if you know, we got a severe weather going on right now, where temperatures are, where they say down to minus 40 degrees with wind chill. Oh yeah, I could. I kind of use it as a block. See, it's sucking the air out, not blowing in, and it's there enough to. I don't want it sucking completely out, have full force, because it'll get cold in here in a heartbeat, really quick. So it kind of does the thing, and also you got to figure that fan's been in the window for 3 years now, and it's usually running constantly 24/7. I've only had it turned it off maybe a couple times this year alone because the wind was blowing south, and in my room that way faces north. So when the wind is blowing south, and it's really cold, it gets cold in here. That fan, it just isn't strong enough to block the wind blowing in. So I have to literally turn it off and set it to the side. But otherwise, yeah, it's the only fan in the entire house that actually sucks the air out of here. out of the house, and it draws the heat up from downstairs. This room can get extremely warm in a heartbeat. Matter of fact, uh, I got two ways. You know, during the day when I'm awake or something like that, I'll open my door, and it'll be nice and warm in here, nice and toasty. But when I go to sleep at night, I gotta have it cold. I'll shut my door, and it'll suck all the hot air out of here, and it gets cold enough where you can see your own breath in this room. And it's just the way I like it. It's the way I grew up. You know, cold during sleeping and warm while you're awake. And I'm not worried about the fan, the curtain or the blinds or whatever you want to call that, because they're old, cruddy, and whatnot. Maybe this summer I'll get some new ones, get a new one. But right now, it's doing what I need to do. But I need to focus on raising some funds. I really don't want to be doing this. But like I said, you know, got a perfectly good car sitting in the frickin' driveway that runs, but we can't drive it anywhere because we can't keep gas in it because of the fuel line. And that's what sucks. You know, if my health was a lot better, I was healthy again and whatnot. See, I can't even stand that long. That's why I can't work. Otherwise, I'd be working. I even thought about being a frickin' Walmart greeter. But because I'm so, my body is so unpredictable, my condition is so unpredictable, I could pass out just standing, and I have, literally just standing. I could pass out. I've got nerve damage. I've got issues going on with my innards, and it's nobody's fault. And I'm not looking for a pity. You know, it's a harsh life of a truck driver. You know, monsters, fast food, bad sleeping habits. It tolls on you. And so I'm blaming nobody but myself. You know, I'm paying the consequences of my actions in the past, and that's all there is to it. The blindness now, I don't know where the hell that's coming from. I know my mom had cataracts, but this is what the cataracts is really what pisses me off the most, because I value my eyesight, and one of the things I had going for me, that's what made me a damn good driver, because I did have good eyesight. I have very quick reactions, and but like I said, you guys are typing something, and I can't even see what the fuck you're typing unless I get my phone out and bring it up so I can see it. So like right now, somebody wrote something, and I have no idea. So now I got to take my phone just to read what you guys wrote. So, yeah, I know it's going to get cold, and it's going to get really, really cold. Absolutely. It isn't a belief, it's just I know there's ghosts. I absolutely know there's spirits. Well, that's good. Thank you. I love the curtain too. Proof? Proof of spirits? There's a ton of proof out there. That's the same. You know, when somebody says, "Prove to me there's a ghost," you might as well say, "Prove to me there's a God." I can't prove it. I just know it. You know, there's a lot of evidence out there. It's just I could show you evidence left and right, and if you don't believe in it, you just don't believe in it. And I'm one of those people. I really don't care if you believe it or not. I'm telling you for a fact there are ghosts. But if you don't believe it, that's your opinion. That's you could believe into anything you want or don't want to believe. You know, I'm not here to change your mind. I'm not here to prove one way or the other. Uh, there's enough of us out here that have seen, have experienced, and felt and heard that we know for a fact there is such thing as spirits, uh, ghosts, or whatever you want to call them. They do exist. I mean, think about it. How much of the ocean do we know on our own planet? We know more about space and what's out of space, what's in space, than we do our own planet. So, what does that mean? The ocean doesn't exist? I know I'm probably making bad examples, but it, it, you can't. I would turn around and say, prove to me there aren't spirits. Prove to me there aren't ghosts. And you're just going to go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Why? You know, if you believe in them, fantastic. I'm with you. I'm one of the believers. I know. I don't believe. I know there are spirits. I've seen them. I've felt them. I've heard them. I've got video of shadows, uh, uh, orbs, and stuff like that. Yes, I know. I'm with you on the orb thing. Orbs are. It's one of those gray areas. There are such things as orbs. Matter of fact, you probably seen them and didn't even realize you were looking at them. Uh, Generally, you only see them in cameras that pick it up because of the spectrum and stuff like that, and the filtration that our eyes can't see. For example, cats can see stuff that humans simply can't see. That's why they're always staring off into the space. They are looking at something. They're not just staring off for the hell of it like they're on drugs or anything. No, they're literally seeing something, and it's been scientifically proven that they are seeing something. It's just the way their eyes are built. Same thing with cameras. That's why you can see orbs on cameras than you will ever, uh, than you generally will with your own eyes. But it's not impossible because people have, as I have, seen orbs with my visible eyes. I didn't need a camera. It was just there. You know why? I don't know, but it was. No, I haven't. I think I've heard of it though. Your truck? Gotta love skeptics. Well, I hear voices too. It doesn't mean it's ghosts. It means I'm just crazy sometimes. Ectoplasma? Do you know how rare it is to find actual ectoplasma? you'll get struck by lightning a dozen times before you actually come across something physical that you can grab and touch. You know, this isn't Ghostbusters. You know, a lot of people think ghost hunting and ghosts are like Ghostbusters. Ghostbusters was a movie. There was nothing about Ghostbusters that even represents or close to what actual real ghosts that the paranormal field worked with and study and stuff like that. It's it's a fun movie, but don't use it as a comparison. Hell no. You know, it was a great movie. No, we were too far north. You talking about Enemyville? I don't know. You know, I've never been there. I've seen the stories. I've seen the movies. Uh, the Warren's been there. Uh, you know, anything's possible. You know, evil, is it real? Yeah, it's real. You got to think of evil and the good and God and stuff like that, sort of like the yin yang. You know, you got your good and you got your bad. And God, I wish I was set up for a proper way. I wish I could see it so I could just read your comments right off the bat, and I apologize that I can't. Again, I'm 90% blind. Like I said, I'm only on here praying to God somebody will help us out so we can get the car fixed because I'm tired of the car just sitting there, a perfectly good car, which runs. It actually runs. We were driving it until it started developing a fuel leak, and before we could figure out what was going on, basically just opened up, and now it just pours right out of the fuel line. And because of the weather, nobody can get underneath there. It's too damn cold to go out there to actually find it and fix it. But we do have a garage that will fix it, and it's going to cost about 100, 200 bucks, which we simply don't have. We simply don't have it. I mean, how we're surviving now is a miracle. It truly is a miracle. You want to, if you don't believe in miracles, look at our family. There's only one person in this house that's working, and that's it. And she doesn't make it, and it isn't those, you know, the high-paying jobs where she's getting paid uh, thousands of dollars a month and stuff like that. No, she's just a regular food worker. And by some grace and miracle, our heat is still on, our electricity is still on. Just skimming just by chance, our internet's still on, and our rent is paid. We literally don't have $5 to go out and buy a frickin' part for the car. I've been staying off live because every time I go on live, everybody thinks I'm just going on live just to raise money or try to make money. And I don't want people to think of that about me. But the sad part is, every time I have looked at it, all my lives, I'm trying to raise frickin' money. And I'm tired of it. I'm tired of coming on here to raise live, to try to raise money. I mean, we got a car. All we have to do is fix it, and we can make our own damn money. And so if I do a live, I want to have fun. You know, My lives were to have fun, talk about ghosts, the paranormal, strange stuff, or just to shoot the shit, you know? And I apologize for having such a bad attitude, but I'm getting old. I'm I'm going blind. I'm crippled. I can't even fucking work. I can't even do freaking Walmart greeters. I'm in bed 80% of the time. The only time I usually get out of bed is to go pee. I basically lost all my friends. Waiting on freaking SSI to approve me. So yeah, I'm a little pissed. I'm a little disturbed. And I apologize. It's just, I don't want to do lies. Always trying to fucking raise money. My hands are tied though. We got to get that car running. We got to get that fucking car running. And it's going to cost money that we don't have. So I have to come on. I have to try my part to try to raise funds, and that's coming on a live stream and praying to God, somebody out there with a good soul, a good heart, that knows somebody or can spare a couple bucks. You know, I'm not out here for thousands of dollars. Absolutely not. I do know it's going to cost at least $100 to get the car fixed, to take it to the garage and have them fix it. And that's another thing that pisses me off. I could fix my own vehicles, but because of my health, I can't fix my own damn vehicles. I got all the tools in the world, and there is shit I can do about it. And do you know how much that disturbs me? I'm Gen X. Most Gen X know how to fix their own damn stuff. Know how to fix their own vehicles because we had no choice. We knew how to fix stuff in the house. We're always working on stuff and always fixing stuff until the day where we usually die. And here I am, 58 years old, laid up in fucking bed because if I try to walk more than 10, 15 feet, I go down. I pass out. I can't see shit. I got a TV, a really nice flat screen TV, but I can't even see it. And you guys are typing stuff, and I can't see it. And I apologize I'm not responding right away because to respond, I got to get up here and pray to God I can see. Yeah, I bet it's going to get cold there. You know, you're talking about cans. Somebody said, "Do I start selling cans?" You know, we got a garage full of cans, but we got no way to freaking take it to the freaking recycle. And I brush my teeth. I only got one tooth left. Like I said, troll me all you want. You're not going to bother me. I'm an old ex-truck driver. I've been there, done that, seen that. It doesn't bother me. You can't bother me. People have been trying for years. It doesn't bother me. You simply are not going to, you can't tell me anything that's going to bother me. Matter of fact, if you try to put me down, I probably got a better put down. You say I'm an ugly old troll? Hey, I agree with you. I'm not out here to win hearts. Leave that to the young studs nowadays. My days of dating people They're done. I ain't out here looking for a girlfriend. I'm not out here looking for a significant other. I'm just an old man that's trying to keep this family together the best I can. And until I stop breathing and literally can't see anymore, I'm going to do what I can try to do. It ain't much, but at least I'm fucking trying. You know, somebody once wrote, "Oh, get a job," and all this, that. You think I want a job? You damn skippy, I do. I'd kill for a fucking job. My family, we worked. The men worked. Nowadays, I don't know. You know, I'm not even get into society nowadays. They're just messed up in the head. But you know, it is what it is. My society, my generation, the men usually took care of the family, or you worked together. Like I said, if I could raise enough money to get the car to the garage and get it fixed, we could get back to work. Colleen could get back to work. You know, I could work on trying to get my eyes fixed at least. You know, maybe I could just start going back to computer work and working that way. I can't eat cheeseburgers. Like I said, folks, you can't. Good night to you, sir. Why is this guy talking about cheeseburgers? I can't eat cheeseburgers. That's something I don't know. I don't know if it's the medication, but I can't eat bread, white bread. Now, it's funny because I can eat like muffins, like blueberry muffins and stuff like that, banana muffins. I can eat those. I can eat pizza, but I can't eat bread. You know, if it's sandwich form or white bread or it doesn't matter. Even sourdough bread, I can't swallow it. I want to regurgitate it back up. I can't swallow it, and I don't know. I'm not a doctor or anything like that, so I don't know what's going on. But I do know if it's buns like on a burger or a sandwich like a Frisco burger or just a regular sandwich, you know, to make, you know, a ham and cheese sandwich, I can't eat it. I can't swallow it. I, I don't know why, but I can't. Now, if you start teasing me about chicken nuggets, and then we're going to have an issue. See, I can eat chicken nuggets now, doggone it. Barbecue sauce. Yeah, you're right. You know what? You're right, boss. I could eat it that way, just no bun. But what good is eating a burger if you can't have the damn buns? Buns is usually what made it the best, you know? Otherwise, you're just eating patties. Beef patties, that's it. Check the thing, see if anybody sent anything. Nope. Still nothing. I half expected it. I really don't expect anybody to be sending me anything. This was a long shot from the beginning. I'm wide awake and I figure, what the hell, you know, let's give it a shot. big guy upstairs. I've been praying and praying. Like I said, I got a ticket, but the ticket counter is at 58, and my ticket number is like 1 trillion. It's gonna be a while before the big guy upstairs gets around to me. To figure out my issues. It doesn't mean I don't believe. It doesn't mean I don't have faith. It's just I know there's more important people out there that are having more serious issues and stuff like that. And I understand that and I respect that. You know. So that's why I just pray if you could sidebar a little bit and maybe send me some angels that could help me out. Help this family out. We don't need much. We just need enough to get our car fixed and then we can make our own damn money. That's all we're asking. So $5, $10, $20, anything will help out. I like I said, it's going to cost $100, $200. I'm not sure. It's an easy fix, so it isn't like it's a complicated fix or anything like that. So if anybody's mechanically inclined and know how a garage works, and it's a mom and pop shop garage type of place. It isn't these fancy places. So I figure 100, maybe 200 at the most, if that. And then we could get a car because nobody in this house can fix it. I'm too fucked up to fix it myself. Even though I got the tools, I got the parts, I can't do it. I simply can't see it. I have no idea how my one tooth survived. Why do I want to fight? You guys are starting to get funny. You guys are getting funny. Thank you for the entertainment. Thank you for the entertainment. I haven't laughed in a while. It's a fuel line leak. And no, I don't feel bad. Trust me, they're not bothering me. I told you, trolls do not bother me. They never have and never will. Like I said, some of the stuff they try to say and troll and call me and this and that doesn't bother me. Matter of fact, I think it's kind of weak. I can think of better things to say. Better put downs. But hey, very just beginners. But what do I got? What do I know? But what answering the one gentleman's problem? What's exactly wrong with the car? We got a major fuel line leak. It's an HHR. It more likely corroded through because they're notorious for corroding. It's the way it's designed. Matter of fact, if you look up on YouTube HHR and fuel line leaks, you'll see generally it's all in the same place. Generally, it's all the same fuel line. And what makes it bad is the way it's designed. It's got no coating, no protection on it. It's got nothing covering them. They're literally exposed to the elements, and they corrode. the car's over 15, 16 years old now, and it started as a drip, but before we could get to it, to address it, it just opened up. You think about it, 60 pounds of pressure going through those fuel lines. Uh, it looks for a weak spot, and it found it, and it will dump a tank of gas in minutes. So, but the car runs. The car absolutely runs. Uh, it drives and everything else, and it works. We just can't put gas in it because it goes right back out the fuel line. And I can't fix it because I simply can't see it. I physically can't work on it. We have nobody, neighbors, or anything else that can physically work on it. We got the weather screwing with us. We're begging for temperatures above 30 degrees because one of my daughter's friends said he'll come over and fix it, but nobody's touching that car in minus degrees. So the second option is get it to a garage, to a mom and pop garage. It's an easy fix. I mean, anybody with a half a brain could fix it within about 30 minutes, if that. It's not that hard to do. You just got to be able to see what the frick you're doing, and be able to do it without freezing your fingers off. Because we don't have a garage that we could stick the car in. I mean, no, let me back up. We do have a garage, but it's full of frickin' bags of cans. It's literally 2/3 full of cans, and we can't recycle the cans because we got no way to get it to the frickin' recycle. Somebody mentioned that earlier. I started recycling cans. Yeah, we would love to. We got a frickin' garage full of it, but we got no way to get it there. And someone says, "Oh, we'll get a U-Haul." Well, I'd love to get a U-Haul because we got no money to get a freaking U-Haul. We just want enough money. I would like to raise just enough money to get it to the garage, have them fix it, and we can make our own damn money. And that way, if I ever do a live again, it's going to be a fun one. Like I used to have fun. So yeah, if you want to help out, if you can help out, if you're able to help out, if your mommy and daddy will let you help out, my links are up there. My PayPal, my Cash App, they're up there. I mean, you might have to be schooled on how to actually use that. But just ask your mommy and daddy. Nah, better not do that because mommy and daddy get mad. Oh no, send it to the liberals. I've been bald for years. One tooth, one eye. All I do is paint myself purple and be the purple people eater. One eye, one tooth. Oh, that's not a donation. That's people talking. And what are you sending me a message for? Who's sending a message? Thank you. Thank you very much. Well, I don't know where my teeth are at. I got the one. Very proud of that one. I love the fact that people in here focused on one tooth. Oh well. Oh well. I'm not out on here for a beauty contest. And yes, I am bald. Very proud of it. Make it like you've never seen somebody bald before. No, I don't want any hair. You're missing that tooth? God, you guys are coming up with some lame jokes. Jesus. $10 for what? You can't have my tooth. I'm sorry. That's my bad boy. It's the last thing when I die. That's the only thing that's going to be in my face is my one tooth. There's going to be the sole survivor. God, where'd you guys learn to troll? You think you're talking to some weakling? Dude, I'm 58 years old. I was a truck driver for 25 years. There ain't nothing you can say that gonna bother me. There's nothing you can call me or reference me to that's gonna bother me. Hell, when I was a kid, I used to stand in knee-high cow manure eating an egg salad sandwich. Nothing bothers me no more. Nothing. I think it's funny because I love a good joke. I love a good laugh. But nobody's saying anything that's funny yet. Maybe one or two actually did say something that was funny. But you're being repetitive. And that's not funny. That's just stupid. It shows your limitation of your thinking. Like I said, I ought to start charging. Xbox control. Now that's funny. You know what? That actually what it kind of does look like. You're kind of you're right about that. That's funny, dude. I like that. That's funny. Xbox controller. I like that one. That's funny. Thank you. Have I ever lost my keys in my beard? No. No, I do go through it once in a while to see if I got some scrap food in there that maybe I can munch on. And if I want to taste the last soda or milk or something like that, I just lick the top of my mustache and I still got that crusty on there. I could taste that, you know. Just like this. Mmm. That was Dr. Pepper I had last. Yeah. And if I get munchies. Like I said, I'll just go through the beard, see if I have any scraps in there. You know, that's one advantage of having a beard. You can hide scraps in there and just kind of pull it out and eat it right up. Yum yum. But unfortunately, I don't have any scrap food in there because I already done dug it all out, hoping, because I am kind of hungry, but I'm not going to go into that. You know. But like I said, I do have my phone right here, and anybody wants to help out, get that car. I'm only looking for $100. And if y'all can't come up with a good troll, if you can't troll me right or give me some decent troll material, get off my fucking channel or pay to stay on. Like I said, I love a good troll, but there's nothing you can do to bother me. If you think you're going to bother me or upset me or scare me, no. No. That's about the lamest thing you could ever think you could do. Period. Now, I want you to look at my beautiful ceiling for a minute. While I take care of an issue real quick. I'm back. So let's see. I feel bad. No offense. You, brother. You're not offending me. Dude, I can't even buy a new car. How the fuck am I gonna buy new teeth? Seriously? Hello, New Hampshire. You need $100 too? Well, I hope somebody helps you out. What, a house down in Texas? Cool. New Hampshire. Man, I remember that state. I used to get lost in that state. Small, but man. Patrick Star? I don't know who that is. You're live. You're live. Cool. I hope you get some followers. I hope you get subscribed. Get some subscribers. And you're right. I am waiting on SSI. I'm just waiting to get approved. That will help out immensely. You know, I've worked my ass off all my life. Now it's time for SSI or SSDI to pay back. I would love to be able to work. Hell, I'd even do a job as a freaking Walmart greeter, but because of my health issues, standing up, which I have done multiple times. As a matter of fact, I got a scar above my eye doing exactly that. I was walking through a freaking door and down I went. Didn't even know it, just down I went. I don't know how many times I passed out. I broke our toilet seat because I was doing my business and down I went. Didn't even see it coming, just boom, there it was. I can't do computer work anymore because I can't see. I've got nerve damage all over the place. I may, don't know this yet, but I may even have cancer. We're going to find out in my next doctor visit on the 23rd of next month. Uh, but I got nodules on my liver. I got nodules on my lungs, on my kidneys. I'm messed up. But I don't blame anybody, and I'm not. I don't want a self pity party or anything like that. You know, I'm not going to go out there and do a GoFundMe saying, "Oh, I'm dying, please help me." No, we got a car. We just want to fix it. We make our own damn money. And that's it. That's all I want to do. The only reason I'm even on here is hoping maybe somebody can help us out with enough funds so we can fix the car, and I can leave you guys alone, and you can go troll somebody else that might actually get affected by your words and taunts and whatnot, because it ain't working here. It simply ain't working here. Yeah, I got one tooth. I'm not going to hide that fact. Yes, I'm bald. I've been bald for years. I started balding when I was in my 20s. I still, the best comment I got so far from one of you guys is my beard looks like an Xbox controller. That's fucking funny. I can't wait to tell my daughter that. She's gonna love that. Who the frick said that? That was awesome, man. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. And miss, I see a T, but I don't. I can't read the name, but brother, or I hope it's a brother or sister. I hope you beat it. I really do. My mom passed because of cancer. Yeah, I will. I'll clean it during the when it gets a lot warmer. It was, wasn't it? I don't have my super chat on, so see that's what I mean. I when I used to do it, uh, when I used to do live on a regular basis and didn't have to worry about fundraising and this and that. Even then, I my super chat is turned off. I don't want it turned on because my feelings about super chats is the fact that you guys work hard for your money. And when you donate it to a creator out there, they should be getting that frickin'. So if you donate like $5, $10, they should be getting $5, $10. But no, YouTube wants to take half of it, and I think that's wrong. I absolutely think that's wrong. So I'm not going to participate in giving half the funds to an organization that makes billions off of advertisements as it is. They don't need to take the money from the creators. Creators that are genuine and are good deserve every single cent of it, not half of it. And I'm never going to do that to anybody that wants to come on here and donate to Super Chat, because I'm not going to have some or other organization steal your money. If you feel good enough and respect the creator enough and want to do something, show your appreciation, he or she should get this full appreciation, not half of it. So that's why I've never turned my super chat on. I never will turn my super chat on, and I'll never sell stuff on my YouTube. My YouTube is just to talk shit, whatever's going on that day, and that's it. You know, yes, I'm trying to raise money. I'm trying to raise money to fix the freaking car. You know, if I get enough money to fix the car, I'll stop. I'll stop trying to do freaking fundraiser. I have never liked doing fundraisers, and I never will like doing fundraisers. You know, people are suggesting a whole lot of stuff. I'm sorry, I've tried it, and there's a lot of stuff I simply can't do. Hell, I kill for a truck right now. If I had a neighbor that had a truck that I could use, we got a shitload of cans in the garage we could recycle. That's why we can't get the car in the garage, because there's too many damn bags of cans in there. Well, we got no way to get it to the recycle. Besides, this is Wisconsin. Wisconsin is cheap on their recycle. California, you get like what, $1 something for a pound? Here you only get like 30 cents. I know, you want me to clean the fan. I'm not going to clean it right now. Sorry. Get a shopping cart? Yeah, I can't walk 15 feet without wanting a fan. Get off my fan. There's nothing I'm going to do about it. Not right now. Absolutely not. And second of all, I don't have a water hose up here. What the fuck am I going to do with a water hose? And you know, these are sturdy fans. Rain comes through there all the frickin' time. Snow comes through it. It's a hardy fan. It'll take a blast. I gum everything. You'd be surprised how strong your gums are. You'd be really, really surprised how. Now, there's a lot of things I can't chew. Like, for instance, I can't eat a burrito. I have to cut it apart, because your teeth usually cut it. You know, when you go to chew it, take a bite out of it. I can't bite anything. I can chew, but it's got to be soft. If it's hard, I can't chew it. Uh, like, say, if I had fried chicken, uh, I literally have to go over the skin to make sure there are no hard spots on it. You know, real hard crust spots on it. Otherwise, I got to tear it off. But I could choose. I could, once it's cut up, uh, beef sticks. I can eat beef sticks, except I got to cut them up before I chew them. I can't bite them. I can't tear food like normal people. Now I'm praying and I'm hoping if this tooth error goes out, or if I'm able to get back to work, uh, my health insurance will cover maybe getting dentures or something like that. But right now, I'm not worried about my freaking mouth. I'm not worried about my teeth because I still can eat. And as long as I still eat, I ain't worried about it. You know, I got more important things. I got a family I want to take care of. We got bills we got to take care of. You know, I don't have time to be going because I'll tell you what, uh, it would take months to fix my teeth uh, because there's teeth that are broken off in my gum lines. So they're still there. It's just they're broke off. And I actually have two teeth. I got one in the back that I actually help chew harder food with. But the tooth in the front is just a show. It doesn't do it. I can't even bite onto things with it. Yes, my daughter does. No, I won't. I can't even stand wet bread when I was able to when I was healthy. You troll. I don't know what that means. The glasses won't help me. I have cataracts. 80 years old. Now that's mean. No, I got cataracts, and oh, it's funny. I'm not even. I'm not even. This stuff doesn't even bother me. Well, I appreciate that, dude. I'm Jesus Christ. You know what? That's an interesting question. What age did my health start failing? A year ago. God is my witness. Ask anybody that's in here that knows me. A year ago, I was fine. I was absolutely fine. My health went to shit a year ago. I used to weigh 330 some pounds. I now weigh 197. This is all in the last year. I lost my vision and still losing. The right eye is the only eye that I can actually see with, and it's very blurry. So that's why I have to get really close. And sometimes I actually got to pull my phone out and use the magnifying part of it just to see what people are saying. That's why I don't do lives anymore. Uh, Even my teeth, I've lost in the last year. All this health issue literally slammed me in the last year. And it's not done yet. I'm still losing weight. Every time I go to the doctors now, I've lost 2, 3 more pounds. Now they're concerned about these nodules on my liver and on my lungs and stuff like that. Uh, nerve damage, again, all within the last year. So, what age was I, to be honest? 57. This is literally all. Ask anybody that's in here. If there's anybody in here that knows me, will tell you. A year ago, I was fine. And I was healthy as I can be as a truck driver. I was a big boy, but it didn't bother me. I had perfect vision. I would work 12, 15 hours a day driving because I love to drive. It's what I do best. I was a truck driver for 25 years. Strong. I did everything myself. I worked myself. And when I did live streams, it was always just fun. It was just talking about whatever. You know. It's when our car broke down, which is kind of funny because our car broke down a year ago. And because of the situation where we had literally just paid off everything, we didn't have any funds and we made money door dashing. That's what we did. My roommate and I, we door dash. That's how we made our money. And we were making decent money. You know, it wasn't getting rich type of money, but you can make enough to, to pay the bills and stuff like that. And we were happy. And I was doing live streams from the car and everything else. And then our slave cylinder blew up in the transmission because we have a manual. And because we had paid off, we didn't have any money, but we weren't worried about it. We never worried about it because we just go out a day and make about $100 a day, and we were fine. And but like I said, we had just paid off everything, and so we didn't have any money. I had to do a fundraiser just to get the car towed back to the house, and then I had to do a fundraiser to get parts. And I've been doing freaking fundraisers ever since, and it really freaking bothers me. Now, we got the car running finally. It took almost a year. It took, 8-9 months to get it running. And my daughter is the only one that's actually working at a fast food place. Had to take spare money that she didn't have so we could take it to the garage and get the car running because we couldn't. Once we got the car put together, we could not figure out why it would not start. And finally, enough was enough. We took it to the garage. They got it started. So the car ran. The car ran for like 2 weeks just fine. We were going back DoorDash, and at least Colleen was. I can't. No more. My physical days of working are over with until they can figure out what's going on with me or I die. It's that simple. I'm not going to beat around the bush. It's just what it is. And until that happens, Colleen's the only one that's able to work. And she was working for about 2 weeks, and we're like, okay, we're getting back on track. Until we blew a fuel line. And that's where we sit now. We've got a blown fuel line, and nobody can fix it. I can't fix it. Because I can't see it. And the weather isn't helping at all. I mean, the worst time to have this happen is during the frickin' winter months, and that's when it's happened. Is during the winter months. It's too damn cold. Now, we do have a friend. My daughter has a friend that says he'll come over if the temperatures get above 30. That way his fingers doesn't fucking freeze over. Because right now, you go outside, your fingers are frozen in literally a couple minutes. But there is a second option. Raise $100 and send the car over to the garage, and the guy will get it fixed because it's not a complicated fix. It's more a patch than it is anything else. And that's why I want to try to raise funds, because right now, I've been out here, an hour or so? And so far, I've got nothing. My PayPal's up there, my Cash App is up there. Yeah, you're right about that, see. My tooth is much more stable than my finance. You know, it is what it is. You know, I'm sick. What am I going to do? I don't want a pity party. I don't think I'm going to make it either. I'll be honest. Yes, I did. I have to say that I had a great life. I'm from Wisconsin. Sorry, I'm just catching up now. I'm a millionaire? Somebody forgot to tell me where the money is. It should be pinned to the top, my PayPal and my Cash App. Well, I'm always going to be honest. What's there to lie about? I'm not out here to try to make billions of dollars. I don't need to lie about shit. Yeah, I'll clean it. You guys are so worried about the fan. I'll clean it, but I'm not going to clean it while I'm doing a live. Are you kidding me? I'll tell you what, you send that money and I guarantee you no one has PayPal. I'll do it live tomorrow. I'll show a clean fan tomorrow. One thing I'm definitely an honest person. I don't. What am I going to lie about? You know, if you're going to help me out with funds to try to get the car fixed, why would I lie about that? Think about it. Why would I lie? If I say I'm going to do something, by God, I'm going to do it. And especially if you're willing to use your heart to donate your hard-earned money that you worked your ass off for to help out another person, and all you're doing is requesting a simple request. It isn't like you want me to build a house. All you want me to do is just clean the fan, which you're probably right. I should clean it, especially before it gets really windy and gets really cold. So, yeah, I'll come on live. I'll come on live the same time it is right now. What time is it right now? I don't even know what time it is. Whatever time it is right now, I'll come back on and I'll show you the fan. It will be clean. I'm a Gen X. We don't need to lie about shit like that. Anybody wants to help me out, please. If you got a simple request that I can do, because it's going to take a lot for me to do that fan. It's honestly, I'll be out straight up. It's going to take a lot because I'll have to take it out. I'll have to unscrew everything and I'll have to wipe everything down. But by God, if somebody wants to pay me or wants to help donate and it's going to a good cause, yeah, I'll do it. So yeah, and literally I'll come on tomorrow and you'll see that the fan is cleaned, just to prove a point that, well, not even to prove a point. A deal's a deal. And in my generation, you made a deal with somebody. By God, you better keep it because you ain't worth nothing if you can't keep your promises or a handshake or a deal. And that's all there is to it. So, like I said, all right, somebody cash at me or something. Give me a second. Oh, that's funny. I got $1. Somebody cash at me $1. That's funny. That's funny. But hey, now I just need 99 no more dollars. It goes to fixing the car. You're right. It is a start. No, somebody's worried about my freaking fan, and like I said, I gotta clean it. I'm not gonna deny it. It does need to be cleaned. And like I said, I will clean it. If $40 show up on my thing, yeah, I'm gonna clean it. That'd be stupid not to. It'd be stupid not to. I have been donated, because the car's been broke down and getting parts and stuff like that. I have never ever. This is a first. Matter of fact, you know how somebody starts a business and the first dollar they placard it and put it on the wall. Man, I wish I could do that with this dollar. This is the first dollar I have ever got donated. Just $1. That's funny, dude. That's funny. Thank you. You made my frickin' night. God bless you. That's funny. Well, the money, like I said, the money goes towards the car. Or you can threaten me all you want. Like I said, I will clean it. My word is my bond. Start a business. It is $100. It's not wallpaper. It's an old shade. Thing's about 90,000 years old, and it's just literally so dried up. It crumbles every time you grab it. It falls apart. Yeah, that thing is really really falling apart. It's the old style shade. You remember those ones where uh, you pull on it and it's got like a spring load locking system. It's one of those. Hello, forehead zero. No half-ass clean. No, no, no. I will clean it. You will. It's a white fan, so you will see the white fan, and yeah. And who's the one that's asking? Uh, a smile. I can't see that. Yeah, like I said, I've got no problem. Like, it's the one thing I can do. There's not much I can do anymore because of my health and stuff like that. Uh, but that I can do. I absolutely, and like I said, it goes to a good cause. It goes to the car. Absolutely. You know, all you do is turn it off. I got to get a screwdriver or Phillips or whatever it is and undo the screws, and so I could get to the fan itself and clean it off. It'll take me a while, I guarantee it. But like I said, I'm not going to do it on a live stream. Are you freaking kidding me? But yeah, you come back tomorrow. You actually pay me. Well, like I said, you know, thank you for the dollar, by the way. I love the dollar. Now I only got 99 more dollars to go. Here's my phone. Anything pops up, I will know it. If the guy's serious about paying me to clean my fan, no problem. He's gonna pay some kid $5 and take the 40. He just wants to see a clean fan. I've got no problem. Yeah. Like I said, all proceeds and donations, it goes towards the car. I'm trying to raise uh, minimum $100 so we can get our car fixed. It's got a fuel line major leak in it. The car runs. We got the car running. The car does run. Matter of fact, we were using it for about 2 weeks before we got the fuel leak, and before it actually blew apart, where now it just won't hold any gas at all. It just drains right out. And because of my health issues, I can't see it. I can't physically work on it myself. Also, it's just too damn cold. We do have a garage that it's a mom and pop's garage. It won't cost much for them. Like I said, it's more of a patch than it is buying a whole new fuel line system and stuff like that. The car is old, and but it's going to cost at least $100. So that's one of the main reasons I'm on here in the first place. You know, somebody was kind enough and donated $1, which I greatly appreciate. I don't care if it's just $1. I greatly appreciate it. You know, got another gentleman threatening to pay me $40 to clean my fan, which I will clean. I always keep my word. You come back tomorrow, this time, that fan will be nice and clean. If $40 show up on my whatever pay link he's going to pay through, Cash App or PayPal. I've always been a man of my word, and I always will be. So, man, this beard just wants to pop out, doesn't it? Look at that. Yeah, it's just a fuel line. Yeah, literally, it's just a fuel line. And if you know anything about cars and fuel line, it's not a hard fix. Literally, I think it would take what, 15, 30 minutes to cut out the old piece, what's ever got a hole in it, and then get a tubing, which I have. I have 30 feet of OEM fuel line for the car. I've got bending tools and everything else. Uh, it wouldn't be that hard of a fix. My problem is I can't see it. You got to be able to see what the frick you're doing. Because, you know, some people think, oh, you just go there and just cut the line. No, 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 no. There's a reason it's got tube cutters, and it's got to be flush. It's got to be smooth. You know, no flakes and sawdust and stuff like that. You got to match it up. It's got to be even. I mean, there's a whole lot of stuff, but it's really fairly easy to do. I've already replaced done two patches on the fuel line already. So I know what to do. I know how it's done and how easy it is. But like I said, I can't physically and visually see it to do it. Plus the weather, my fingers would freeze in a second. No, if he pays, the fans will get cleaned. Sparks and gas are no good, you're right. No. But yeah, he pays, it gets cleaned. That'd be stupid to have somebody pay something for a job to be done and not have the job. I'm no thief. That's the one thing I can tell you. I am no fucking thief. There's a lot of scammers out there. I don't scam people. I never have, never will. I've never understood them. But nothing's coming across, so what am I going to do? Yeah, this time tomorrow, I've got no problem going live tomorrow and showing you the fan. I gotta find a Phillips screwdriver because there's little screws in there that takes the plate off. No, The fan's gonna get cleaned eventually. It's just I wasn't expecting to clean it right now, but you know, it's a good incentive, right? I get the fan just bothers the hell out of them. You know, it is what it is. You know, if I could get a donation towards the car, you want me to clean a fan for it? Okay, I guess I clean a fan for it. You know, it's hard to get donations as it is. I mean, yeah, I got a dollar donation. Funnier than hell. Love it. Absolutely love it. But I still got 99 more dollars to go. So like I said, 5, 10, 15, 20 bucks, anything will help out. Somebody's got some deep pockets. I don't know how you kids are making all this money, and I know you're not working fast food places to make this money, you know, because when I was a kid, we worked our asses off at fast food places and we couldn't even get half the shit that these kids nowadays have. And you see them online all the time, flashing $100 bills and stuff like that. What the fuck are they doing? What is their secret? I'm not handsome. I'm not young anymore. I don't have a flashy girlfriend. You know, all the more power to them, you know. While I sit here broken, disabled, literally can't do shit anymore, trying to help the family the best I can until my SSI gets approved. We got to get the car running. I know it will cost about $100, and so I'm doing what I can do. I mean, you guys keep writing me, and I'm having a hard time keeping up. Parasite. And I haven't heard that term used in a long time. I'm a parasite, guys. Oh no. Breaking news. Call Fox News. I am a parasite in the system of all things. Bless your heart. I'm more amazed you guys are still trying to put me down and try to get me upset. Make me cry. Homo. He called me a bad word. He teasing me. I should just quit the show right now. I should just shut this down. Oh my god, I should just shut this friggin' down. Oh my god, what am I ever gonna do? I'm getting teased about my one tooth in my whole mouth. Now I'm being called a bug. Oh my god. Oh my god, what am I ever gonna do? Are you fucking crazy? Oh, I know they do. Nope, not no more. Are you kidding me? I can make that tube last 2 years. Come on now, let's get it right. I'm not trans, but okay, if that's what you think. I love my fans. Seriously, what have you trolls been doing lately? Don't they have a troll school for you guys? Some of the lamest shit I've ever seen or read. Yep, just me. Again, I want to thank the gentleman that donated $1. That's $1 more than I had, so thank you, thank you, thank you. I wasn't even expecting that. I don't expect anybody to help out. I mean, all I could do is just try. That's all I can do is try. Right? That's all I can do is just try. I have no idea. I have no idea. I just got $1. I'm waiting for the $40 to show up. I knew he wouldn't do it anyways. So I don't know how many times I've had people in the past say, "Oh, I'm going to donate this. Oh, I'm going to donate that." It's one thing I learned a long time ago. Don't get your hopes up. You know, people say they're going to do something. They generally don't do it. I'm not even, that's why I'm so happy, and I'm really surprised that even $1 showed up. And I'm really grateful that the person took the time and the effort. It probably cost more to send that dollar than this the dollar's worth. Now, that's something too you got to watch out for. People say, "Oh, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. I'm going to send this. I'm going to send that." Don't get your hopes up, please. Don't get your hopes up, guys and girls. I've seen it so many damn times. That's why I don't do any. You know, proof is in the pudding. I used to be a resident of a. You also want to know why the truck is haunted? Uh, Actually, the truck was haunted. To be honest, it lived. I had a KW, Kenworth. I told you, every single dollar that gets donated, it goes to the car. I just need 99 more dollars, and we get the car fixed. Every donation that anybody donates from now on, up to $100, it's being used for the car. We got to get the car fixed. I got to get that fuel line fixed. But because of the weather and because of my health issues, I cannot fix the car. So I have to take it to a garage. We got a mom and pop garage right down the road, about 3-4 blocks from here, and they'll fix it for about $100. So that's the reason I'm trying to raise $100, because we want to get back to work. The car runs. We got the car running after a year. It runs. Matter of fact, we were driving it for a couple of weeks before the fuel line burst on it. So now we got to get the fuel line fixed so we could get back to work. We want to work. Oh my gosh, do we want to work? At least I know, Colleen, I want to work, but I can't. But the car is going to actually help. We get the car running. It means I can get to eye doctors and specialists because right now I can't even get to a freaking eye doctor. Once a month, once every other month, I got to go to the doctor, and I'm fighting tooth and nail just trying to find a freaking ride to get to the doctor's as it is. You know, there is a slim chance that I can get better, but I will never know if I can't get to these specialists and therapists and God knows who else. You know, I know the eyes, they're just cataract. And I guess that's fairly easy to fix. But our nearest cataract surgeon is in Green Bay, which is like 70 miles away from here. And I'll be damned, I can't walk 15, 20 feet without almost collapsing, if not passing out. Period. So why I can't even do a fucking Walmart greeting thing, which I thought about, hey, you know, at least I could do something. I can't even do that because my health is so unpredictable. I could pass out just standing up, which I have done. I've blown open my eye, cut my eye wide open, doing exactly that, just standing, and then collapsed out of the blue, collapsed in the bathroom while doing my business. Broke my toilet seat, crushed a garbage can. You know, my health issues too, and I'm waiting on SSI to approve me. It's an HHR. Yeah, yeah, it's cold. It's supposed to get down in minus 40 here, what, starting tomorrow? I do really would like if somebody could donate. Gosh, it would be so freaking nice knowing that we could get the car fixed. But you know, I can't pressure you guys. I'm not gonna beg. You know, you guys make times are tough right now, and I understand. And I really do, and I respect it. But yeah, if you could do it, yeah, we definitely could use it. We absolutely could use it. But I'm not going to sit there and pressure you. I mean, I got my Cash App up there, which seems to work because somebody sent me $1, and I got my PayPal up there, and I know the links work. So if you want to help out an old ugly ass one tooth, bald headed, dirty fan, gentlemen, bless you. It would be greatly appreciated. But I'm not going to sit there and force you. I'm doing this because of a couple things. One, I would like to try to raise some money. I'm actually really surprised I even got $1. I honestly didn't think I'd get anything because one, what time is this? What, 4:30 in the morning? Who the hell is usually up at 4:30 in the morning? I'm surprised to see you guys up. Tell me about it. I had to change the transmission twice, the clutch. I've had to change the clutch twice. Matter of fact, that's why it's broke down now. Was broke down for a year because uh, my team, my roommate, the slave cylinder blew. I mean, literally, it blew like a grenade. There was nothing in there bigger than that big of pieces in there, and most of it, it when there are holes in the transmission for fluid to drain out and stuff, a lot of it must have got sucked right out of those holes because there wasn't that much left to the slave cylinder, and because it blew, it destroyed the clutch, it destroyed the flywheel, the pressure plate. All that had to get replaced, and and then it took months because we couldn't get the damn transmission to go back in. I don't know why, because the first time I did change the clutch, it went in just smooth as silk, no problems whatever. I did it myself. This time, it took almost 3 months during the middle of the winter, so that didn't help any. But it took forever to get that transmission finally lined up and put on and the bolts back in. But once we got it back in, it wouldn't fire. We couldn't get the power to run through the entire car. It wouldn't light up the console or the panels. Nothing. The accessories wouldn't light up. Horn wouldn't work. Nothing. You turn the key, there was nothing there. But we were getting power. And finally, it took my daughter, got mad enough because she got tired of walking in the winter in the snow because she works 4 miles away and that's her only nobody's there to take her to work, so she walks. Saved up enough money and we took it to the garage. It cost $500 to figure out why the car wouldn't start. Well, they got it started. And like I said, we ran it for 2 weeks thinking we were going to get back to normal, and that's when the fuel line blew. It's an easy fix. It's a simple fix. I've replaced 2 different areas, patched 2 different areas already. But because of my health and my vision, I can't do it no more. So, and there's nobody here mechanically inclined, or the temperature is too freaking cold. The only option we have left is literally is send it to the garage, and we got a mom and pops, and if I can raise $100, they'll fix it for $100. So hence the reason I'm doing this live show. Again, one tooth, can't see, bald-headed, dirty fan. It is what it is. You know, if somebody wants to donate, okay, thank you, bless you, appreciate it, really could use it. If you don't, that's fine. I understand. I respect the fact that it's hard out here nowadays. I mean, we're running out of food. We're going to run out of food next week. There ain't much I could do about it. Hoping maybe something will come along. You know, maybe somebody could give us a ride to maybe a food pantry or something. There are options, so I'm not worried about that right now. I'm just worried about getting the car fixed, and it'll only take a few minutes. Get it to the garage, it'd take about an hour. They'd patch it, fix it, boom, we'd have the car back. It's just, got to be able to pay the person. You know, nobody does something without paying first, or paying after the job is done, because they won't let go of the car if we don't pay for it. I can't because I'm diabetic. And I take too many pills. Yeah, it is in the trunk, you're right. Well, congratulations. Congratulations on the baby boy. May mama be healthy and may the baby be healthy as well. All 10 toes and all 10 fingers and one nose. But yeah, if somebody wants to help out, like I said, my Cash App is up there. My PayPal's up there. I do have Venmo. I just don't have the link for it right now. And that's the whole, you know what? That's the positive way to think. Honestly, that is the positive way to think. You know, my son is doing very well, but for some reason he doesn't talk to me. I don't know why. I'm not going to get into it. I don't want to talk about it. But I'm happy he is doing very well. But that's all parents want to do is make sure they do better than the parents did, and that's the way it should be. The kids, you have a child, you want to teach them, you want them to grow up being better than you were. So what's the word I want to say? I'm impressed. I'm glad you think that way. Very happy with you, and you keep that strength, you keep that goal, and you keep up with it, and they will be. And they'll turn around and take care of you when you need it. Yeah, having a child is a blessing. It's beautiful. When I had my son, the funny story on my son was C-section because he flipped around right before he was due. And I was in the room with them, and when they cut the stomach open and pulled them out, see, I didn't know what sex it was. I did not want to know the sex at all. I wanted to be surprised. And so, anyways, when the doctors pulled them out and said, "Congratulations, you got a baby boy," I honestly, God is my witness, I said, "Stick it back in, sew her back up, let's let her cook a little bit more. I want a girl." I honestly said that to the doctor. I wanted a baby girl. I didn't want a boy. I wanted a girl. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Am I reading that right? You mean 18, not 8. Your girl's 18, right? Grizzy, either retract that. He is joking? Oh, okay. I was going to say, what the fuck? That ain't right at all. All right, what did I miss? Okay. Yeah, that you see how that could get be a little concerning, you know. Don't want that crap going on. But anyways, yeah. How long have I been on here? What, almost 3 hours? Oh, I wish somebody could donate. And as far as the fan will get cleaned, but that $40 never showed up, so I'm not going to clean it right away. That's what spring cleaning is. That's why they call it spring cleaning. Good morning. Good morning. Did you read my message, Natalie? I'd like to get $10 right now, to be honest. Oh, I just want to hear my phone go ching 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 ching. Ching 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 ching. Somebody make my phone go jing 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 jing. Oh, it says I'm 24. The twins are how does that work? You got what? Identical twins, fraternal twins? Are they both the same sex? Do you know, or is one a boy, one a girl? Do we know yet? Do we know yet? Oh, okay. You don't know yet. Okay. Well, like that one gentleman said, I pray it they come out healthy, all 10 toes, all 10 fingers, and a single nose. And may Mama uh, come out healthy as wise. May the good Lord watch over her because even though I'm not a woman, I've never given birth. I've been in the birthing room and uh, I understand and respect what you guys go through. Well, as best I can as a man, you know. But I do respect it, and I have nothing but positive thoughts and good wishes. So keep me updated. If I come on, I would love to know what they are and maybe their names. And there's Theo. That's our cat. About this time of day, he always starts meowing. It's like meow, 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 and he's loud too. Like I said, he only does it once a day, early in the morning. I don't like cats, so I don't understand why he's doing that. We got 2 cats and a dog. Miss Roxy, our little chihuahua. Pain in the butt dog, too. Like I said, I did get $1. I did get $1 donation. I'm excited about that. It's the first time I've ever got $1. So I think I'm gonna let you guys go because I've been on here forever and it's what 6 o'clock in the morning, 5 o'clock in the morning. I don't know what time it is, and nobody seems to be donating. But that's okay, you know. I understand and I respect that. But it's still, like I said, if you want to help out, all I'm doing is trying to raise at least $100 to get the car fixed. Yeah, we got to fix our fuel line, and that's what it's going to cost to get it fixed. So anything will help out. 5, 10, 15, $20. Anything will help out with that. So if you can help out, you know, dig around in your couch or something. Maybe you got some spare change in there. I've got my Cash App up there. I got my PayPal up there. They all work. I even have Venmo if you need Venmo information. Until then, I want you all to stay safe, stay blessed, and make sure you guys keep it free in the line. Thank you, thank you, thank you for being here. Love yous, and God bless. Now I got to figure out how to actually end it. It's been so long.